Welcome back, ESL, as we are in week 10 in the ARCA series. I hope everyone had a great holidays as we are back out on the track to start the new year here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. As Nightingale is about to do its warm-up lap and get ready for the first lap around. It is a very tight points race. We have three drivers that are tied for the points lead. We got Joshua King, Merle McGuire, and Javier Vasquez all tied for the points lead. And then we have Carissa Morris. She's only 7 points behind. Harry's 11 points behind. And Tanner Pitts is 17 points behind. So all these drivers still have a shot at winning the championship. So this is definitely a big race with only a few races to go on the schedule. As Nightingale goes around the first lap, Ricky, the number 8, is on the pole. Can the number 8 hold on to the pole as he goes around the last and final turn as they cross the stripe? And it is the number 8 of Ricky Bobby on the pole here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. In second, Nightingale. Third, Caleb. Fourth, Chris. Fifth, Harry. Sixth, Davis. Seventh, Noble. Eighth, O'Brien. Ninth, Ty Bird. And rounding out your top 10 is Skylar Stevens. Joshua King, 11th. Javier, 12th. And Merle McGuire, 18th. Those are your drivers that are all tied for the points lead. We will see what this number 8 can do here in a few minutes. I'll be back for the start of the race. We are back and getting ready to start this one here at week 10. There is a lot on the line today. We definitely have a very warm track, 113 degrees. We'll see if any drivers struggle because of the track temp. Barely any wind, 2 miles an hour. Like I mentioned before, Joshua King is starting 11th, Javier 12th, and Merle McGuire 18th. Those drivers are tied for the points lead, so they cannot make any mistakes today. We're going 20 laps. As they go around the final turn. A pace car goes on to pit road. And we are underway at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And the number 8 holding on to that lead, but the 98 comes to the outside. Nightingale back in the lead, trying to go back to back here. Can she pull away? Now the number 13 is in second, followed by the number 8 and 19 of Harry. Eric Davis up to 5th. Skylar Stevens up to 7th. As there's a few cars getting loose coming out of turn 3. And the number 8 of Ricky is falling back down to 7th. Already lost 6 spots, trying to get back in line. As we try to find your points leaders, here's the number 7 of Javier. He's in 11th. Joshua King, he is in 13th. And Merle McGuire, he is in 20th. As everyone is trying to battle for position. And Nightingale has pulled away almost a 2-second lead already. We're only almost 2 laps in. In second is Chris, third Harry, fourth Eric Davis, and fifth Mitchie O'Brien. Followed by Tyler Markle in sixth. Ricky still holding on to that 7th. Thomas Noble in 8th. Stevens 9th. Ty Bird rounds out your top 10. There's Javier trying to go into the inside of Ty Bird. This is a battle for 10th. As you see the 7 get very loose coming out of turn 3. It seems like turn 3 is giving a few drivers some difficulty, especially coming out that turn. Nightingale in control. Over a 3-second lead. Nightingale looking to go back to back. Pretty sure Nightingale is a free agent. Not 100% on that. As we check on your points leaders once again, Javier still in 11th, trying to hold on. Joshua King has fallen all the way down to 20th. And there's Merle McGuire in 24th. So those drivers are struggling early on. Hopefully they can get it going here in the next few laps. Carissa Morris, she's in 25th, not having a good run as well. But the number 19 of Harry's having a good run. This is going to help him out, stay up in the standings. Nightingale still in control of this race, almost a 5-second lead. Definitely being on a team definitely has its benefits. It all depends on how financially stable is that team, because if they're not financially stable, they cannot help their drivers week to week. So it's important to be on a team that manages the books as best as possible, and it definitely helps if you are on a team, for sure. Chris CGQ was in second, now is trying to battle Eric Davis. Ricky back up to fourth after struggling down, went down 6 spots, was able to gain a few more, and is holding on to a top 5 as we're getting close to the halfway point of this race. Thomas Noble in 6th. Tyler Markle 7th. Skylar Stevens in 8th. I tell you what, Skylar Stevens, man, he's still a free agent, and he's been having a pretty solid season. He's definitely going to be a sought-after free agent, I think, coming for season 11. He's currently 16th in points with 1 win under his belt. As we check up on your leaders, your points leaders, there's Javier, almost lost it, got on the grass. Man, that was close for the number 7. His day was almost over there. There's Joshua King down to 29th. Man, he's just fallen off since the start of the race. He is going backwards instead of forwards. Merle McGuire in 25th. Carissa Morris in 23rd. But right now it's Harry Cheddar. He's in 6th. So he's gonna gain a ton of ground on these points leaders. And he might be the points leader after this race. As we are at the halfway point at Indy. And Nightingale still in the lead. Man, 7.5 seconds. That 98 is like a rocket ship. And there is no looking back. Also has the fastest lap in the race. So it's smooth sailing for that 98. And that 98 is looking to go back to back. The last week it was Auto Club. This week it's at Indy. There is Eric Davis in 2nd, Ricky in 3rd, Chris in 4th. The track temp is up to 117. It's the hottest we've had a track here in a while in the last few weeks. 117 is pretty hot, very slick track. There's Ricky in 3rd. As we had a battle for 9th here. Caleb Houston, Tyler Markle. There's Javier trying to go into the inside of Del Rowe here, trying to pick up as many positions as he can. As Harry is in 7th. As Ty Bird loses a few positions down to 13th. As we only have a few more laps to go. Up next after this race is the Supercars. The Supercars will be at Red Bull Ring for 37 laps. There's one pit stop in that race. As we check on your leaders, once again, your points leaders, there's Javier in 11th. He's trying to get into the top 10. Merle McGuire in 25th. He's hoping he could at least pick up one or two more spots here before the end of this race. Joshua King in 28th. So for Merle, that's a good deal that Joshua King is doing that bad. Carissa as well. She was only a few points back from the points leaders. And she is currently in 24th. Harry, the number 19, he is making out today. He's in 8th, and Javier's in 10th. But Nightingale is running a race all by herself. 8-second lead. No way that 98 does not win this race unless something crazy happens, which we've seen in the past. '98 goes around turn 4. There'll be 4 laps to go this time by. Eric Davis still in second. Ricky in third. Thomas Noble in fourth. Krista number 13 in fifth. Skylar Stevens in sixth. Good run by him. Caleb Houston in seventh. Harry in eighth. This is the run that number 19 needed to stay in the hunt for that championship. Chris Del Roe in ninth. And Javier rounds out your top 10. Now Tyler Marcos trying to take that 10th spot away in the inside. Just cannot get there. As we only have a few laps to go. Merle still in 25th. Joshua King 28th. Carissa 24th. As we have 2 to go. But the 98 is so far ahead that the 98 is about to see this white flag after this turn. Nine-second lead by Nightingale as the white flag waves. Last lap here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We've had a clean race. That's all you could ask for. But a great run for the 98. About to go back-to-back. Back-to-back wins is not an easy thing to do. You have to have a lot of things go your way. But Nightingale won the pole. It is going to win this race as she goes around the last turn. Mara Nightingale wins at Indianapolis Motor Speedway in week 10. In second, Eric Davis. Third, Ricky Bobby. Fourth, Thomas Noble. 5th, Chris CGQ. 6th, Caleb Houston. 7th, Skylar Stevens. 8th, Chris Adele Rowe. 9th, Harry. And rounding out your top 10 was Tyler Markle. Right now, that 98 is unstoppable. And next week, we head to Talladega, then Charlotte, then we finish at Phoenix. But it was a good one here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We'll see what the points looks like after this race. There'll be a small shakeup. I don't see it too big, but we'll see. You never know. I mean, there was a few drivers that didn't do so well. Some did pretty well. So we'll see how this all shakes out. But up next is the supercars, and we are at Red Bull Ring. It's a one pit stop race. That should be fine, as Rhett Sawyer is trying to continue to build on his lead in the supercars. Can he do it? There's only a few weeks left. Every point counts. But like always, thank you for supporting the stream and the league. I will see you guys next time.